Tonight at 6, newly released Pentagon UFO files are drawing fresh attention to claims made years ago by a famous Palm Beach County astronaut.
Apollo 14 moonwalker Edgar Mitchell of Lake Worth believed the government was not telling the public everything it knew about mysterious objects in space and in the sky, reported by pilots and military personnel. Good evening and thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Todd McDermott.
And I'm Felicia Rodriguez. And now, as hundreds of files, videos, and reports are released, the late astronaut's daughter says he would be fascinated.
She adds he wouldn't be shocked by any evidence of aliens either. Our investigative reporter Terry Parker spoke with her today. Terry?
Right. 2 different Apollo flights reported seeing strange objects in the sky from the moon's surface. Local astronaut Edgar Mitchell, who also walked the moon, never saw one himself, but his daughter tells me he was convinced there is too much evidence to not believe in extraterrestrial life.
132, decimal 12.
These are some of the fascinating files just released by the Pentagon showing UFO sightings over the decades. They would likely not surprise Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut who lived in Lake Worth and became one of the most famous public figures to openly question whether the government has been fully transparent about UFO reports. Now, with the Pentagon releasing new UFO files, videos, and investigative records, his daughter tells me the moment would feel familiar to him.
He'd be pouring through whatever they've released, which, from what I understand, and I've only seen a little bit of it, is a lot. They've shared a lot.
Kimberly Mitchell says her father's beliefs were often oversimplified. She says he never claimed to personally see a UFO, but other astronauts may have. Look at these just released photos taken on the moon during Apollo 12's landing, and again during Apollo 17. Bright, unexplained objects that mystified the astronauts. After a lifetime as a Navy test pilot, engineer, researcher, and astronaut, Edgar Mitchell believed too many credible people had experienced things that could not be easily explained.
But he talked to enough people. I mean, serious people, test pilots, engineers, astrophysicists, people who were not kooky. They were experts in their field.
Take a look at this just released image. A diamond-shaped, unidentified object captured by military sensors in 2024. The caption says it was moving at 500 miles per hour and only detectable via shortwave infrared sensor. Kimberly Mitchell says based on his studies and experience, her father was fairly sure there is life outside of Earth.
I'd say 90%. He's 90% sure that there is, and we have experienced that here on our planet.
Fascinating releases. The Pentagon says, though, the release files do not prove extraterrestrial life, but they do represent a major shift in how seriously the government is now treating reports that for years were often publicly dismissed. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.